4.2, entitled Fort Popstar. Last session, the group has come into their own at the Trickshot Villa, and is kind of determined what they're planning on doing, some upgrades they need to kind of implement, and it looks like Stryker's doing most of that as they kind of gather together in the security chamber and kind of focus in on that. As that's happening, though, Calvin, you notice that the door kind of opens as you're getting ready to kind of talk, and Stryker's going on at length about the tunnelway, what he set up in the tunnelway, what he's coordinated with Carbon. He's being really boring and serious, like Chris typically is. And you kind of see that over at the door, Missy's standing there, and she kind of gives you a look once you notice her, and she kind of goes and gestures, and then heads out the door.
Oh, sorry. I had echo going on for a second.
No, no worries.
I got to. She gave me the come hither finger.
Yeah.
All right.
She kind of looks serious faced, but yeah,
Yeah.
she did give you the look.
I'm moseying on back that way.
Okay. Once you're outside, like right outside the security shack, she gives you a look and she says, "Is that your truck?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know, and you know, and everyone knows that Precious has been getting out. I haven't fucking been out of this compound for a while, and I have some business in the city that I need to deal with. I don't want your more serious folk to know about it. Miss What's Her Name that you were strolling around the grounds with, and the old geezer guy. Not him either. But I need a runner, and I need a bunch of guns. And that truck looks like it has an autocannon on the back, and that could be helpful too. If you're interested in protecting me, which I guess is your job, then maybe you can help me instead, and we can get the job done right. Otherwise, I'm just going to take one of those fancy cars, drive it through the gate, and fucking do it myself.
Missy, you're full of surprises. I'm down.
All right, well, call who you need to call. Just do it on the slide. And she starts walking over towards the truck, and she turns and looks back at you. I'll be waiting in the truck. And then she continues walking. She's not dressed as she was earlier. She is no longer wearing just white see-through shorts and tank top. She is instead wearing pretty fashionable gear. The same stuff that she's wearing in the drawing that I have over. I'll post that again. But yeah, what do you do after that conversation?
She needs me to run some guns.
She wants you to take her somewhere to do. She needs guns to shoot people, not like she needs people who. A term for people like Crystal and like Mover are guns. She needs hired guns.
Oh. Well, of
She
course I'm
wants
gonna
you to
go
be
in.
her personal bodyguard.
Wait, so out of character, is Mover just showed up?
No, Mover's not here. You're gonna have to call him.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I was about to ask. So, okay.
But you don't know about the job. Calvin's got to pull you aside and get you out of Striker's earshot.
Yeah. So basically,
Yep.
I'm gonna pull
Forget
out
I
my
said all
agent.
that, David, and just do it naturally.
Well,
It's the future,
my next
man.
step was. Huh?
He said you could just act naturally, and you're like, you were already telling him you're gonna text him. So yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so I'm gonna whip out my agent and just shoot Crystal and Carvin a text like, "Hey, can you guys discreetly come outside real quick? We got a side thing to help us with the security job. Specifically, you two."
Okay, I'll text back saying, yeah, I'll be out there in a minute.
Same.
And I'll head on out immediately.
All right.
Because we're all in the security
Yeah.
thing,
So
right?
it would
So,
be you.
okay.
Besides you, it would be X, Pepper, Striker, and Odette.
Mm.
Odette seems out of it, and she basically said once Striker started talking, she said, I get it. It's fine. I know my job." And she kind of just shuffled over to a bed and kind of started napping.
2 naps today.
X is very invested, and so is Pepper. But once you all get outside, X pops out the door behind you both and kind of like looks over at Calvin and says, "Who you taking out?"
I'm getting ready to drive one of these cool cars.
You wouldn't be pulling away from your more serious people unless you were going to go do something crazy. So who are you taking out?
Me and my friends in this cool car.
Alright, continue to be sly about it. She shrugs, and she steps back inside. And then comes back out, and she looks at you again, kind of seriously. Look, if you're going out, I do need something. So, yeah. She texts you a message with like a directions and a place, and says to pick up an item from Fleek.
Leak.
Fleek.
Gotcha.
Like a really dated term in the 20s in this reality. And that's the person's
It's
name.
now a name. They are just always on fleek. I send back the laughing emoji and the thumbs up.
Perfect. Go ahead. You have their attention.
Me?
Yeah, you brought them out here.
Yeah.
What we doing?
Yeah. So Missy's looking to get some more hired guns to help out with our security job. So she just needs to run in and handle some business herself.
Couldn't we just call someone?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what her contacts are.
We have phones. Why do we have to go out?
Hold on. I think you misinterpreted what she was saying a lot.
I might have.
and
It's possible.
And I think Carbon and Crystal know you well enough to realize that you have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. When someone, who was it? It was Missy.
This
said I was
is his
professional.
first time coordinating us.
Hey, can we get her out here to explain this to us? Because I don't know what you're doing.
She'd probably be about this time opening the truck. She had to walk across the property, and she's getting into his truck.
Yeah, this
So
dude-
we're taking Missy
out.
out. Okay.
For what?
Hired guns. She could explain it
Okay.
better.
Well, I'm a net runner, so
Well,
like
let's-
I don't really do that. Like I don't. What's the point?
I don't know. Like if we run into some like,
Are you just taking her because she's cute?
I didn't shower today because I didn't take a shower for Missy. No, I took a shower because I was feeling sweaty.
Okay.
Man, I finally found a really good book in that study and everything, and is this gonna be like what's the pay? Pay? Like anything?
No.
What are we doing?
You hear a honk
You don't know the mission. You don't know the pay.
from your truck.
Like, why
No,
am
I'm
I
not
even
a fixer.
here?
You hear a honk from your truck.
Just come on, guys. You can ask her in the car.
I'm not going anywhere until I know what we're doing.
Well,
Then I might go somewhere. That's dumb.
I just want to get away from this Pepper chick. She's pissed off at me for some reason.
She was.
Okay, well you got
I'm gonna
her.
head
You
to the
don't need
car.
me.
I'm gonna get in the truck.
You're gonna head over to the truck without Carbon.
Well, I'm gonna drive the truck close to Carvin because he's.
Okay, so you leave Carbon standing there. Carbon, he gets to the truck. He gets in. Crystal also gets into the truck. It seems that Missy has taken up the back seat and is currently jacked into the port for the autocannon control. And it's kind
Wait,
of,
why?
you can see her eyes are kind of glowing, and she's kind of like, interesting. And then she hears the door shut, and she kind of snaps the interface plug back into her wrist, looks up, and says, "Oh, hey." Kinda
You
gives a
okay
look.
over there?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Not a bad system. Who rigged this up? Was it him?
Carvin?
Him? Carbon?
No. Calvin.
Me?
Oh.
Family did.
You pop into the car at this point, Calvin, because you left shortly after Crystal had already walked away from the kerfuffle with Carbon. You both are now in the car. She stops talking about the autocannon, and then she says, "What about the runner?"
I'm not explaining the job very well. Can you fill him in on the deets?
He needs convincing.
Oh my god, you're supposed to be professionals. She gets out of the car and starts walking
Likes food.
walking over
If
to
there's
Carbon.
food involved,
She-
I'm yelling at her.
She looks at Carbon and smiles. Do you want to make an evasion roll?
Wait, what?
Yeah, do you want to make an evasion roll?
No.
No, not you. Carvin.
Uh, sure.
Make it.
I don't know what for, but
Oh my god. To get away
from what? Nothing's
from
happened.
her.
Make your roll. You
16.
kind of see her reach up for your hand. You kind of block it aside. She then comes in, grabs your wrist, kind of turns it aside, reaches up again for your hand or your head, grabs a hold of your earlobe, pulls down, and then turns around stridently and starts walking with you. Ear.
What? That was a good roll.
Well, that's pretty good, but she's better than you at this. And she
Impossible.
I rolled a 23, dude.
Crystal's drooling a little.
Yeah, Calvin is entranced now.
She starts walking with you, ear to being tugged. Do you resist and try and escape, or you just take it?
I resist.
Fair enough. If you start resisting, she lets you go and she looks at you. Look, you're not going to make your payout for protecting me if I'm dead, so hurry up. Let's go.
I wasn't told about any payout. Like, I was told nothing. What am I doing?
You're protecting me. That's what you were hired by X to do, right?
I'm a net runner.
So protect me. I'm going to need help from all of the cyber demons and
Okay.
Bart.
Are you going on the net?
I don't know, maybe. Shut the fuck up and let's go. She turns around and walks back towards the damn truck.
Fine.
Once in the truck, she looks kind of between the seats. She's in the back, I'm assuming, with Carvin. Kind of looks between the seats at Calvin, and she says, yeah, go ahead and just head like you're making to South Night City. I'll tell you where we're going after a bit, once we're...
Are we going to South Night City?
Sort of.
All right,
Okay,
put it in the gear.
let's fuck shit up.
Yeah.
As you're driving, she's pretty quiet. If you try to ask her any questions about the job while you're still in North Oak, she kind of shakes her head. No, it's okay. It's cool. Don't worry about it. And then she looks at Carvin. Got any friends who've got guns? You want to call up?
I'm still reading my book.
Looks at
And,
Crystal. Do you have any guns that you want to call up? We're gonna need as many as we can get.
I don't know Mover. Unfortunately. Ah, shit.
well, I was saying that I'm still reading my book, but when it's for that, I'm gonna say yes. I know of one person in particular that I can call.
Great.
Well,
them,
what's in it for him?
Call him.
Tell them to meet us at Mega Building 1, South Side. And since you're bringing someone extra in, I mean, we can either put them in on the scam job that you're pulling on Nippon Network, or I can pay them out separate from my own accounts. Or you can shut your fucking mouth and just do what I tell you to do, Mr. Peeping Tom.
The person I have in mind is not necessarily
She
gonna
said that
come
to
out
you.
for nothing.
Carver.
Yeah.
He knows.
Well, I mean, okay,
Got him.
Your friend will get paid, one way or the other. But
okay,
I really-
okay.
This hesitancy coming from you it's not really the greatest start to the relationship.
The
Gonna be a
blackmailing relationship.
Oh.
She
Okay,
grins.
I'm texting. I'm texting.
Mega
So I
Building
text
1.
to
Southside.
Mover exactly what the or not what the job is, but where it's gonna be at and whether he's available. Yo, you down to clown? I think you're muted.
What's the character? What's the character name?
You're Mover, and then he's Carbon.
Okay.
This is all texting, by the way. So
And real quick, I'll go ahead and just throw up a couple of things. So, Mover, I don't have a character art for him because I didn't draw him, but I do have the standard kind of solo look. That's basically what Mover looks like. And for when we get to that point. And to get the... you've met in respect, everybody in the group at current, you've seen them from streets level, but I'll go ahead and throw them out so more memorable. Elizabeth is playing Crystal, who is a solo as well. She's pretty cool. Then there is, oh my god, why is this not? There it goes, Carbon, who you're friends with. Yes, that is an Ahai shirt he's wearing. And then, last but not least, Calvin, who is a nomad. And sorry, Carbon is a netrunner, so you would know he's a computer boy, and that's why you get along well with him, because he deals with shit that you don't.
They're like the Punisher combo.
Yeah, exactly. But he sends you a job, or sends you a notice that says, I believe it was, you downed a clown. That would be what the text says.
Yep, exactly those words.
Yeah.
He says no.
It says no, turns off his Zoom. I did this just so I could say that.
What you got?
I'm sorry, that'd be the
Well-
best win to a game ever.
Well, old buddy, I don't really know. They won't tell me, so all I know is the location, and I'll geotag the location.
Oh. Any pay related to this mission?
Unfortunately, not.
What am I?
But I'm gonna get paid, and I have no problem giving you some of that.
Hmm.
They're only okay. They only want to pay the people they trust, which is me. So
Okay.
I'm gonna get paid, and I'll give you a little bit of that too. Cause I'm your friend.
So, no detail on the mission.
No detail on the pay, and it's
I
usually
know nothing. Yeah.
coming out of his pocket. Yeah,
Hmm.
Carbon's never treated you wrong though.
Yeah. If you got a mission, let's swing it like old times.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
If you meet there, basically she has you pull up, and she has the car stop there. She hops out. You see a car that you're familiar with. You've seen Calvin's truck. It's a big kind of like, it's basically a 4x4 up armored with a cannon in the bed. But it's like hidden down. It pops up. So you've seen this vehicle before. You would know it's Carbon's friend. And then this Popstar hops out of the vehicle. If your character is music savvy, or is just kind of paying attention to pop culture, entirely up to you, you would recognize her as being a member of a band called Trick Shot, which is really popular in Night City right now. But she just hops out of the car. A couple of people seem to recognize her, but she doesn't really care about that. She kind of walks over to a data term, messes around with it for a bit. Somebody walks over to her and says, "Oh," it's like some young girl, "Can I get your autograph?" And as they're about to finish that sentence, she just punches them in the mouth and drops them to the ground, and then starts walking back to the truck. You see a couple people with their agents out kind of recording this, and she gets back into the vehicle with you guys. A whole bunch of people recording the vehicle right now after she decked some dude in the face, or decked some girl in the face. And Boomer, do you follow her into the vehicle? You'd see Carbon in there as well.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll go to the
Okay.
vehicle.
Okay, so you sit in the back. I assume Carbon being kind of pushed into center seat in the back, and you kind of sitting on the right side, and Missy having gotten back into the vehicle on the left side. She, once the doors close, "This is all we got," she says to the group.
That's all I got.
Okay, great. Should be fine.
Yep.
Okay, so now that we're outside of North Oaks and we've got our crew, we're going to be heading just a little bit north to a corporate building. Um, her eyes kind of twitch for a second, and Calvin, you see that your phone pops with details.
Oh.
It looks like she's gotten your number somehow, and has sent you over an address. The address seems to be a corporate building on the south side of the old corporate Circle Center, which was destroyed back in 2023. But it does seem to be an operational building based on what you can see on the details there. You don't know what corporation is running it, though. We're going to go there. When we enter into the lobby, it should be 3, maybe 4 security guards at the front desk. She points at Crystal. You're going to shoot them in the head. She points over at Mover. You're going to blow up their desk. Or you can switch roles on that one if you prefer, whichever your preferences are.
I'm down for shooting people in the head.
Once we've killed everybody in the lobby, I'd expect that a bunch more security guards will probably show up via elevator, which is great because we need an elevator to go up to where we're heading. And then you're going to continue to shoot them. At that point, too, I think it might be proper for utilization of the autocannon, which, fortunately, I've already remote hacked into and should be able to utilize myself from anywhere in the building. Then we're going to take the elevator up to the 67th floor. Once we're there, we're going to enter into a clean storage, oh my god, why my brain not work, server. And then we're going to hack a bunch of information that's on that server. She looks over at Carbon. And you're going to pull all the files I want and delete them all. While you're in there, you can take whatever else you like, too. I don't care. Then we're going to blow the fucking room up. Once that's done, we're going to either leave out on the landing pad via AV, or we're going to make our way back down with, I don't know. She kind of shrugs. Should have thought of something like parachutes or something. That would have been pretty cool. She shrugs. I'm assuming none of you have parachutes.
Nah, I got a grapple gun though.
That might work. That might work.
I'm usually partial to walking out in a very comfortable fashion.
Yeah. Well, that might not be an option, but we'll definitely keep it on the table until it's no longer there. Yeah, that'd be fine. But we'll be up on the 67th floor, and after that first couple of detonations, we're going to have to move pretty quickly. We might get secure locked out in the elevator. Depends on how their security, is working in the security floor, wherever that happens to be. But yeah, we really don't have time to, lollygag. I need this done now. It's a big deal.
So is her plan for us to drive straight into the lobby, blow everything up, go up to the top floor?
She looks at you and she says, "I didn't say drive straight into the lobby, but I'm liking it. I do like that. That is a good option.
All right.
It's gonna require some weaving in this beast of a machine. Once we swing by, you'll see what I'm talking about. But if you can do it, then yeah, fuck yeah. Otherwise, we just walk in.
All right. I'm down.
Okay. You drive past the building, and there's nowhere to park. And she is kind of wanting you to just drive up where you wouldn't happen to be able to park. But basically, there is a series of steps that kind of go up with rails that kind of run along them. But the steps aren't very high. It's not like a very high, sharp angle. They're kind of low and like wide steps. They lead up to a massive double door, completely glass, with some brass and whatever. There are some cameras that are present, and if anyone kind of says, well, there's security cameras, she says, no, that should be fine. We should be clear. She kind of looks down at her wrist. You can see that there is like a skin watch, kind of glowing neon on her wrist, and she kind of looks down at it for a second and says, "Here in a couple of minutes." But yeah, if you can drive up those steps right through that door with enough momentum to break through it, great. You mean?
Pretty sure that's not going to be a problem.
I knew I liked you from the moment I saw you. She looks over to Crystal. I see you wearing a linear frame. I'm hoping that means you've got big guns.
The biggest.
Great. And
she has guns.
She looks over to
Hey!
to move her. Looks like you've seen some shit. Missing some limbs there. That's great. But yeah, I think we should be good. I'm ready when you are. But we need to wait about 5 minutes.
Oh man, the acid's gonna hit me in 3.
She grins. All right. I may not have expected your
I guess that's
professionalism
enough time to
earlier,
strap
but-
on my helix.
All right. So, Crystal, mover, you would see this in the front seat, pulls out a Tsunami Arms Helix, which is a Gatling cannon shotgun, and she basically rigs it up to her linear frame and gets ready to pop out of the truck.
I told him about that one.
And just get into the world. Yeah, Missy, you see her.
Said she wanted guns.
She got what she paid for or requested. Hasn't paid for it yet. She
ain't paying yet.
reaches into her jacket and pulls out a very heavy handgun. Very nice, very ornate. It looks like it's kind of gold plated with kind of a bunch of designs on it. You see that along the length of the barrel and on both sides it says Angelic Petty and kind of gossamer kind of style. Like it's very ornate and very nice, but also very frilly. Yeah, she pulls the pistol out, kind of looks at it, and places it to her head for a second, whispers something quietly to herself, and says, "Okay. Anybody else have anything that they want to do prep-wise?"
Crystal does want to know eventually where she gets her paint job done.
Her paint job on the guns?
Yeah. Crystal likes custom.
Long story short, a friend of mine named Sundre did some work on this weapon, and yeah,
We'll talk about it later.
it's kind of why we're here. So maybe it'll come up. Who knows? We'll see.
Great.
And she says, "Go time." Calvin,
Black. Straight into reverse.
you're going in backwards.
Yeah, so the gun's facing the lobby.
Oh my gosh! If she sees that coming along, so you see her immediately throw open the wire in her hand, plug into the autocannon, and as you're kind of backing up, you can see it motion up a bit and kind of like get ready to chamber and pop. But yeah, go ahead and make a driving roll. I've set the difficulty value.
It's huge.
What is it?
129.
29?
Holy shit! All right, 1 second.
I don't even know how it's so big. Honestly.
You have some kind of modifier.
That's what she
Big
said.
car.
She never said that to me.
I know this isn't the right miniature for it, but I can't seem to find the right one. So that's fine. Bear with me here.
A D&D anymore.
All right. You break through. As it smashes through, you can hear kind of the exasperated kind of sounds of people like, freaking out on the opposite side. And then you hear the autocannon just rip, like just and from the rear view or from the back seats as you're kind of looking at her eyes are kind of glossed over with like a orange coloration. Every so often you can see like a red flare appear in her eyes, and you watch as the autocannon basically tears through the 3 individuals on the opposite side. This happens in a matter of like 6 seconds. So during those 6 seconds, treat it as a combat round. I'm going to put you on a map here. Hold on.
I'm a map. I'm a map. I'm a map.
And apologies for the truck. That was definitely not something I had anticipated. So it is kind of it does look tacky compared to everything else. But yeah, those three guys there are gonna be the opposite of alive. And
Undead.
she also smashes. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. This is gonna be cool.
Zombies.
Oh no!
I don't have any
Cyberpunk
bludgeoning
zombies.
weapons.
It's the D&D Cyberpunk crossover.
She also smashes the shit out of the pillars a bit. I think I did the damage thing cool. Yeah, there it goes.
Is this the Neo hallway?
Kind of looks like the Neo hallway, doesn't it?
It looks very much like the Neo hallway. 100%. Actually, 100%. This is the Matrix.
Oh shit.
This is just straight up ripped from the Matrix.
Yeah, there's I forget the name of the map artist.
Like, actually.
Is it?
Off the top of my head, but yeah.
Like, I'm not even joking. This is exactly what it was. It was just like multiple pillars on the sides, straight to a elevator, and there was like some agents, and that was it.
Yeah, it's 100%, and like the things break apart too, the pillars, so you can switch those up. So it's,
Look, I love Matrix.
Oh, that guy.
I know this is Matrix.
The guy that made this map is sick then.
yeah, I'm trying to think of the name. It's the my brain's not working right. Frag
That
Maps.
is cool.
That's what it was. Shout out to Frag Maps and their Patreon.
That is cool.
Let's see. Is this going to be good music? Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
6 seconds. What are you doing in those 6 seconds? That'll give you 2 beats of movement. You can aim as an action if you'd like. You can run, whatever. But basically, we're currently in open status because she is renting the crap out of... she's shooting the shit out of everything.
I am 100% still face down in my book with one hand and getting my Malorian arms hooked up to my interface plugs with the other.
Okay, that's basically
What a nerd.
That's basically 3 seconds worth of it. Do you want to, during the next 3, drop the book and move out, or stay in the vehicle?
No. I'm keeping the book up, and I'm gonna like elbow my way out. I'm holding the book the whole time.
Okay.
I'm really invested in this book. She's getting away from it.
Wait, are only one of those 3 guys dead?
Oh, they should all be dead. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay, I was like,
I was also trying to find my Missy token, but you know why I couldn't find it? I didn't make
you
it.
didn't make it.
So, hold on a second.
Put another mover token out there.
Yeah.
Did
What?
Did I?
No.
No, I was saying just use another mover token.
No. I was going to put a question mark. I have a generic.
Oh, okay.
Oh, son of a biscuit. Come on, computer.
So all of them are gone. All of them dead.
Just those 3, yeah. And
Okay.
she said that the elevator will probably bring out more.
Well, let's run on over to the elevator.
Or you can
Oh
take
my
cover and
gosh.
prepare for it.
Huh?
Did we ever fix our armor?
I
Yeah.
would say so, yeah.
Cool.
During the break. We had quite a break. So if the elevator is gonna bring more peeps, I want to move up. Can I just move the token
Yeah.
where I want to be? I'm gonna just move her up here behind one of these, ready to fucking shoot.
I
Perfectly
forgot
fine.
how much I can.
And that's just your normal move to double.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Okay. So if that's the case, you can also use your action to aim if you'd like. And if you take the aim action during your first shot after that, so during the first turn, you would get a +1. Or you can ready your action so that when the door opens, you immediately start firing. If you're confident that you're going to get high initiative, you'd want to aim so that your first shot
Yeah.
would be bam. If you're not confident and that's the case, readying would probably be preferred. And then also what you want to do is make sure that you spend your solo points and make sure you know what you're allocated.
Oh, shit. Yeah. I always forget about
No
those.
worries. While you're doing that and thinking whether aim or ready, Calvin, are you moving out of the vehicle?
I am pulling out my assault rifle.
Okay.
And I forgot how movement works. Is it one square
One
per?
square per move, so
Yeah.
you'll basically get to do that twice.
2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get myself here.
Sound good?
Now ready at action.
Same's true for you, mover. So you can move a number of spaces equal to, I think your 6 is your movement. So you can move 12 if you'd like, and you can either aim or ready as you please. And Carbon, are you staying there?
I
car?
thought that was my 2 actions.
Yeah, that's right.
I can only get out of the car, right?
Wait, well, getting out of the car is free. You can move right from there.
Oh, okay. You made it sound like that was gonna be my second thing.
Sorry.
You
So I
say it
can
was-
move up to my normal move.
Yep.
So 7 because I already did the
Yep.
readying my gun. Okay, cool.
Did you say it was 6 spaces?
Yeah, but you can move 12 since you've got 2 rounds worth of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna just move up to here.
Yeah, I'll be right here then.
That's good. Do you want to pop behind the pillar instead for cover? Or pop behind the desk? It's a benefit, because if I shoot at you and you're out in the open, it's going to be a clear shot, but if you're behind cover, it's going to soak the first 10 hit points.
Oh. So then, yeah.
Like you could get on the other side of the pillar in the desk like I am.
Oh, you're behind the. Is that a pillar?
Yeah.
That middle thing, yeah.
And then there's like
Ah.
these little, I'm guessing that they're like short desks of some kind.
Correct. I think they have like small chairs on the other side.
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah.
Cool. Who's drawing on my map?
Yeah.
It let me.
All right. So just as you are preparing
Wait.
for a fight, the doors do open up and a bunch of people start rushing out. You also notice that on the side there's kind of a weird-looking wall on the right, and it opens up, and another guy kind of comes out too. This dude looks like he is possibly important. And possibly their boss. The other thing you notice is as they come out from the ceiling, drop 2 ADUs, which were very well hidden, and so you see all of these things kind of happen simultaneously. That said, Crystal, did you ready or did you aim? Get the damn drawing up like that.
I can't draw with my pen.
Quit it. I'm serious. I don't like it. It really makes me mad.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't know how to
Okay,
get rid
I'm
of it.
sorry.
Anyways, sorry.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get rid of it.
Did you aim or did you ready?
I aimed.
Okay. And then same question for you, Aaron. Would you have aimed to get a bonus on your first shot, like in the actual initiative round, or would you have ready to get a shot off the cuff from the onset?
I would have aimed.
Okay, perfect. That said, we're going to go right into initiative then. Select your token, make sure your token is selected, then go into your character sheet and click on the initiative in combat.
Bam.
Boy, always.
Wait, how much do I have?
It should, if you go into combat up at the top, it should just have a initiative button. So you should be able to select your token and then click that button. And if you click that button, it'll, yep, there you go.
Oh.
Why not?
Oh, you fumbled on that roll, that's why, okay. It's like, why isn't it not
Wait, I picked my token.
higher? If you didn't, and it did
Take it
roll,
again.
There it is.
yeah,
I didn't right click.
got it.
Um,
Okay, descending order. It looks like it's going to be carbon up on the top. Yeah, it's 4 more security guards, 1 security guard captain, and 2 ADUs up on the top, which are displaying net architectures.
Yeah, I'm gonna do scanner
Okay.
to find a physical access point.
Okay. So it looks like the net architectures that are present are on them specifically. Looks like they have their own independent net architectures.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is each square is a meter, right?
2 meters.
2 meters. And I have to be within 10. Okay.
So you need to be within 5, yeah.
Well, I thought it was 10 meters.
10 meters would be 5 squares.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, cool. Damn, that's not.
This would be a pretty good position here if you're going to hide.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand on top of this guy's dead limp body. So I'm gonna move there.
No, he's surprisingly less viscous, and I mean that like in a gore manner than you were anticipating. Looks like a lot of the holes that kind of cut him to ribbons went through a lot of cybernetics, fake lungs, fake all the gits and the gobs.
Fun.
All right, and then you said you're going to use the scanner.
So yeah, I already scanned. I moved.
That would have
And-
been meat action. So yeah,
Yeah.
good deal. Crystal, you're up.
Hey, pew pew, let's go. Uh, just regular fire, I guess.
Okay. First guy or
Guy who's directly in front of me.
okay.
First guy, yeah.
Go ahead.
Pew pew, 15.
All right. At this range, I believe that is going to be. 1 second here.
Oh wait, is this? Oh, I should have shot the guy in the back. I forgot that this one's a long range.
Trying to remember the page number. Sorry, bear with me. One day we'll get this memorized.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
300 pages.
I should have had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beefy book. Let's see. Thanks for being patient.
Oh, good.
Here we go. Auto fire and single shot. Single shot. Assault rifle at. What's your distance? 6.
6, yeah.
You're gonna need a 17, so you miss.
Fuck.
All right.
Fired it into the wall.
Yeah. Assault rifles have a rate of fire of 2 normally.
Oh wait, this was the
Rate of fire
tsunami.
1. Rate of fire 1. Oh, okay, great. So what's its normal rate of fire? Hold on. Memorizing page number 173 is the page that we always want to go to.
Yes.
Remember that. Tsunami Arms Helix.
Rate of fire.
Page 347.
Oh, it consumes 20 bullets with every attack.
Yeah.
That's a blood sponge if it hits.
Yeah.
So Tsunami Arms Helix can only be fired in auto fire.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah. So
Oh,
hold
then
on.
I did it wrong.
So it's different. It's a different roll. I think it'd be the same result. Bear with me here.
Okay.
A lot of missing. That said, when you
So
fire,
confused now.
it holds 40 bullets. When fired, it consumes 20 of them. If you hit, you roll 2d6 and multiply it by the amount you beat the DV up to a maximum of 5. That's why it's really strong. And yeah, so just shooting in that direction. Everyone kind of seems to move. You're kind of shooting at them. They're kind of moved to the side a little bit so that they're behind the pillar that you're hiding behind. So you're not getting a clear shot on them. Okay.
Rude.
Calvin, you are the one that is up.
I'm gonna take a shot at the. How do you ping this guy? Left front.
Yep. And you're doing so from a distance of 12 meters.
Yeah. Assault rifle
Yep.
in auto fire.
Okay, so go ahead and
Hit
make
the auto fire button.
Yeah, hit an auto fire button.
Bam.
All right. So auto fire at this range, that is going to miss. So just a lot of shots are being fired right now. No solid hits. Okay, the PS will go. You see that the ADUs have been deployed in that first kind of round. During this round, you see them kind of charging up. It looks like the weapons inside are now kind of slotting into kind of a firing position, and then you see red light tracers kind of move across the field of battle. One moves towards Crystal, and the other one moves towards, looks like it'd be Mover. So there's kind of two red lights coming from those big cannons up top that are kind of pointing at you two. All right. The guys in suits, this one kind of rushes over to here. Once he gets that position, he's going to pop out and shoot. He is wielding a heavy SMG. He's shooting auto fire into Mover. Starts shooting at you. It looks like he's trying to kind of keep his aim up over the cover. And the bullets are all kind of just flying over top you and hitting in the wall way, way back at that angle. So you kind of are set in the cover, and he's just missing like crazy. This guy will move over to this position. He will do likewise, but this will be at Crystal. And same auto fire with the SMG. No go. Shouldn't be too hard to hit, but I'm having bad rolls on those first two. This guy will move up to this position. Drops down to a knee. Kind of points the weapon down at Crystal and will fire as well. Alright, SMG auto fire at this range. Hits for one. So one round, or one multiplier. And 2d6. So 4. This will be hitting your chest, so it doesn't ablate or it doesn't damage your armor. It just bounces off.
Okay.
Actually, it doesn't even get through you. You're in cover. It hits the cover.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And this is why we use cover, guys.
And then this guy will do the same, but at Mover. Right, slightly better. Okay, so this looks like it's going to be doing 15 points of damage. So that means that first you'll look at your SP, Aaron. Oh no, sorry, there's cover. There's still cover. It'll actually only get through with 5 because the cover is now broken. So the cover, that kind of position up to the front left of you, not the column, but that kind of little couch thing. Yeah. He shoots through it enough that it kind of scatters a lot of the bulk of it away, and a couple of like the shards and bullets kind of glance against your armor, kind of sending sparks aside, but not really damaging you. All right, and then the lead guy pulls out a massive handgun, points straight at Carbon, and says, "Fucking hacker!" and pulls the trigger. It smashes into the column that you're hiding behind. Just again, think the Matrix. Some round, crumbly bits. All right, Mover, you're up. Target-rich environment.
All right, so
How do
I know how far things are?
So each square is 2 meters. You can see the squares on the board there. Also, in the top left, you should have a tool set, and one of them is like a circle with like a ruler on it. If you select that tool, you can then drag a line showing distances.
No, I never did that.
Oops, nope. I see a line, but I can't see the distance. Wait.
How far are you tracking out? What would you like to check?
That one. I was trying to get right in the middle because I was gonna use my grenade launcher. But
this guy here?
Nah, these two right here.
Okay. Well, real quick note on grenades, just so you know. When you fire a grenade, wherever it hits and detonates, it's going to explode outwards from that position 2 spaces. So basically, you'll have the center space, and then 2 spaces out from it. So it'll actually form kind of an AOE. So if you were to want to hit the most possible dudes, I would say you'd want to hit that grenade right about there. Mm-hmm. You're gonna miss this guy, but you're gonna hit everybody else.
If I hit right here.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be 6 meters. Doesn't the pillar block me though?
No, you can pop out and shoot. It's fine.
Oh, okay. All right. So then
Do a
yes, I
little
will.
reach around.
All right, so if that's the case, go ahead and make it. Should have, if you look at the grenade launcher's weapon characteristic, it should have an attack option there.
Yep.
Click that. Okay, so you fire far. You basically lift a little higher than you were hoping. So it actually isn't going to hit where you want it. It's not going to hit there. It's going to hit back here.
Oh my gosh.
When it does, let's see, 1 and 2, and it looks like this guy will be out. Yeah, he's out. Okay, so go ahead and roll damage for the grenade, and then I'm gonna roll reflexes. Eats it and eats it. Okay, so grenade explosions do not give a shit about armor, really. All right. Okay. And minus 18. All right. So when you shoot the weapon, it flies high. You basically lift and kind of it shoots high. It hits on that back wall. When it detonates, it looks like the guy who's kind of like in the back sees it happening, and kind of ducks down, throws up the chair. It's kind of like positioned awkwardly in front of the the elevators are on the sides, but yeah, throws it up to block the grenade shot from killing him. He still takes damage though, lots of it, and the guy in front of him takes damage as well. So this guy here and this guy here look like they've been pretty well wounded, seriously injured by that shot, but not killed. All right, not bad, not bad. All right, at the bottom of the initiative,
Good.
you see the autocannon on the back of the truck kind of move its positioning and start firing. It shoots straight up into this one here, this ADU, and breaks it off its wall mount. It kind of just drops and kind of slung. It's kind of sitting there, but not moving. Okay. Chris or Carvin, you're up.
I'm going to try to hack into the other one.
Okay. So this is password protected. So in that first layer, you're basically looking at that main password portion. So you're going to need to roll interface to
So
bypass.
a back door, basically.
Yeah, backdooring through.
Got a 12.
Okay, successful. That's one space action. Second.
Well, so am I in the?
Yeah, you're in. So
Okay.
basically, there's one thing inside of this situation, or sorry, two things inside of the situation. There's a control node, and there is a connection that seems to connect to somewhere else inside of the building.
I'm going to. Let me look at my gear real quick. Okay, I'm gonna do control.
Okay, so you can use the weapon. This will be a meat action that you can take, so you cannot technically utilize it now, but during following turns, you can take a meat action since you have control of it. Whoever had control of it previously, but you can see that it's actually being controlled by a demon, so it's not actually being controlled by an operator. It's kind of just doing things that it's automated to do. But yeah, during subsequent turns, you can shoot with it.
Okay.
You'll make an interface roll to attack with it.
Okay.
It's like a video game. Crystal.
Okay, let's try this again.
The red light
Um.
trails off of you and kind of turns blue instead.
Oh, okay.
Or not
Um,
blue, green. Sorry.
Green, okay. We are going to shoot towards
That
this
gentleman.
way. Yes, this gentleman. Actually, no, we're gonna shoot towards this gentleman back here.
Okay, he's still reeling from the explosion, so yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. And we're gonna apparently auto fire again.
Okay.
Pew pew, 19.
So, at that distance, 10 meters,
Yeah.
auto fire, 10 meters, target number was 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So that's a lot of missing. Yeah, you're.
Crystal's getting pissed now. She just gonna grab that sledgehammer
Well,
that she got.
That weapon is now out of ammunition.
Yeah, she about to throw that thing in the trash.
You're kind of looking
Use
at
it
the
as
gun.
a bludgeon.
Looking at the gun, looking at the linear frame, and just being like,
What the fuck did I buy these
I paid
for?
so much money for this. It's useless. Calvin, you are the one that is up.
Ooh. Is it a whole It's a whole action to switch guns, right?
It would be, yeah.
Alright.
If you've still got your assault rifle up, I mean,
I do.
this isn't a bad shot.
Oh, don't give me any ideas.
I'm just saying you're in the sweet spot range for an AR. So
Alright, cool. Auto fire.
I didn't mean with
That's-
auto fire. But yeah, similar circumstance. Do me a favor and
Man, we suck.
roll a D100.
No.
Okay, so as you're shooting, you manage to clip a bit of the pillar here, and it kind of chunks inwards, basically creating a section where mover is now visible to opposition.
Wow.
So you basically have stolen his cover from him.
Way to go.
Wow.
All part of my plan.
The PSs will kind of
You
turn
were giving him more room to shoot at people,
Exactly.
the PSs kind of turn their attentions inwards. Two of them focusing in on mover, both of them shooting at him.
Oh no.
Uncovered. They're going auto fire. So first one, no good, and second one, the guy who's a little further back. He's still within 6 though, so it's hard DC. Got him for 2, and we're looking at 15 again. So or 16, sorry. Your armor value should have dropped 1. Oh no, I didn't get you last time. I'm getting you now for the first time. So your armor value is a 13 SP, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means 3 damage is getting through, so you'll take 3 HP, and you can do that on your token. Just go in the red. If you click on your token, it'll bring up 3 bubbles. The red one is your hit points. Got it?
It's not pulling up anything.
When you select your token in the map?
Yeah, I can't even touch it.
That's weird.
Oh no.
Okay, well, I'll change that.
Oh, wait, I got it.
Okay, so 52 is your current hit point total now, so just type in 52 over the 55.
All right.
And then
Wait,
back,
where is it?
back on your character sheet, under SP, you should change your SP from a 13 down to a 12, because I've damaged it.
Which one?
It should say, all the way at the bottom of your combat sheet, it should say Heavy Armor Jack, Body,
Oh,
and then the SP value, change it from a 13 to a 12.
gotcha.
Cool.
Done and done.
All right, they're shooting at you. These other two, looking at Crystal, see that she's out of ammunition and see this is a moment to engage. This one is going to run, or not run, but move quickly to this position. But as he's getting to that position, the other PS is shooting. That's a miss with auto fire. All right, this guy comes in close, and Crystal, he's going to try and fight you. Fisticuffs. As he's doing so, you watch as his fists, like the knuckles, kind of jump forward and kind of create kind of like a large kind of metal kind of segment. Seems like it comes out of the skin and kind of locks in that position. And he comes in with the first blow. Go ahead and make an evasion roll.
Okay.
Like Genos from One Punch Man.
20.
Miss. And then comes in with the second attack, next evasion. Yeah, so
22 critical
Ooh.
success.
comes in and you kind of duck, and then you kind of like see him coming, and you kind of roll inwards, like with the tsunami arms helix still in your hands. So like tucking and weaving as he's kind of punching at
Wait,
you.
wait, I have a question.
Shoot.
Just for my next one, can I use the tsunami
It's
arms
empty.
helix as
Oh, as a melee weapon?
a melee weapon? Fuck yeah.
I'll allow it. Mover, you're up.
Oh.
Your main heat is currently coming from these two gentlemen.
Yeah.
But this guy here seems to be causing your sidekick an issue on the flank. These two are wounded.
Those
So-
two are wounded.
Yep.
And the one next to Crystal has not taken any damage.
He doesn't look like he has. And he's trying to fight Crystal, but Crystal seems to be handling herself pretty well.
Is there a way to see the guard's health?
No.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
I can tell you that the two in the back, the main dude and this guy, are seriously injured, which means they've taken at least half their hit points.
Okay. And there's chance of or is there no chance of friendly fire?
There's not really a chance of friendly fire.
Okay. Then I shall do auto fire on the guy to the right of Crystal.
Okay. So what you'll do is, with your weapon, go ahead and make a auto fire roll with your assault rifle.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. So as you kind of come in, kind of coming up over her, you kind of bearing the barrel down and kind of keeping it low. You don't want to shoot overshot for Carbon, again, for narrative purposes. You don't want to overshot, and you don't want to kind of get in Crystal's way in this fight. So you're just kind of tucking over her and kind of putting bullets in. You can see that the guy with the fisticuffs kind of drops his profile low and kind of uses Crystal as like a cover. So as you're dumping shots, you're just barely missing him each time. All right.
All right.
Narratively, that was just me explaining your miss.
Yeah.
Carvin, you
My
are, the,
horrible.
you are the one that is up. You can see that Mover's, barrel control is very on point as always. He's not shooting at you; he's shooting near you. You have control of the gun.
Yep, I'm just huddled down with my book, linked in there, trying to read while I also shoot. So
Okay.
I'm going to shoot into.
I was going to say the only targets that can be fired at are south. It cannot turn.
Yeah, I'm
inward.
gonna shoot this guy.
Okay, straight
That
down.
guy, right there.
Okay.
Yep.
So go ahead and make an interface roll.
9.
Okay. You
Not
kind of turn
good.
the weapon, and as you're doing so, you're kind of like figuring out the controls. You then pulse out the weapon, and it goes, and you can see the bullets kind of coming downwards, kind of slamming in between Mover and the two guys to the north of him, and it just kind of creates a line. It's not firing very fast, but the shots are pretty big. The guy underneath kind of just tucks underneath, and it kind of stops at a point where it can't get to him.
Mm.
All right. That's your. It would be a meat space action to fire the weapon.
That's
So,
a meat space. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not doing anything else in the net, so
Crystal, you are the
Go
one
ahead.
that is up. You got Mover trying to help out. This guy's throwing hands.
I'm gonna throw hands right back.
All right. So if you're using the helix as a bludgeon,
So
I
I
would
just
count.
use my heavy melee.
I was counted as the heavy, yeah, because it's awkward. It's not weapon driven, so.
Yeah. 18.
All right. My evasion is less. Go ahead and roll damage
Yay.
with that.
18.
All right. And second attack.
We gonna hit him again. 22 critical success.
Go ahead and roll the damage.
18.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and do an ad hoc. All right. So you kind of gunfiring. You kind of back up and kind of push against Mover, then kind of lean in with tsunami arms, bringing the back end, like the whole chassis of it, down on this guy's shoulder. He kind of drops to the side. Then you whip the barrels, still hot from your hot misses, into his face. And as it kind of hits, you can watch all of the like 6 barrels kind of scratch against his cheek, kind of tearing his jaw to the side. And you hear an audible kind of pop as he kind of falls to the ground dead.
At least it's
So
good
brutal.
for something.
All right. I'm sorry. I forgot to mention on one. Missy would have got out of the vehicle and moved to here. It does look like she's turning the autocannon and kind of aiming it to the left side, though. Actually, she already had it on the left side. I can go ahead and take a shot with her. Hold on.
Yeah.
Nice. And yeah. Okay. She hits the guy who's kind of out in the open a bit. Not the guy who's behind the pillar. You watch as the auto round kind of hits him in the shoulder, and you can see like a large kind of burst. You see him kind of reach up for his arm, and then you see the arm just kind of spill out of his sleeve onto the ground. The sleeve's still hanging there, but like the shoulder of it, not so much.
I'm not using this thing enough.
It's 9d6 damage. What do you want from me, man? Every time, another thing you need to note is every time you roll double 6s on something, like Crystal did with that beefy crit, you do critical injury on things. So, yeah. Crystal, you're done. Calvin, you're up. Oh, sorry. Something you would have noticed, Calvin, during the last round of the private security that no one else would have noticed, and I didn't mention it because gunfire, and I didn't want to bring it up so you'd tell everybody. The guy in the back has been hitting the call button for the elevator that he came out of.
Hey.
Literally, it was we're gonna get...
What?
Fuck this!
What a chicken.
I mean, not many people like dying.
All right. I'm turning off the auto fire. I'm aiming for this guy's body.
Alright. Switch and move. Alright, take the shot. Alright. Your distance is sweet spot range? Yep, still. And 15 with an AR is perfect. No, sorry. It's 1 shy. Difficulty value needs to be exceeded by 1.
He's really good at pushing that button.
I'll let you spend 2 luck to get the retroactive bonus on it.
Oh, retroactive. How
This
can I
one
say no to
time.
that?
This is a one time only.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Alright.
I
Throw
told
the-
myself the -4 by accident.
I mean, if you want to pay extra.
Nah.
So throw the damage.
How do I roll damage? Hold on. There's a button for it. Don't laugh at me.
Yeah, it's right there on the weapon. Perfect. Alright, so it doesn't look like he's wearing much in the way of armor. You kind of see like there's a whole bunch of bullets he's been kind of avoiding, grenade explosions. You get the 1 shot in, hit him right in like the sternum, and he just and falls to the ground. And then you hear a ping in the midst of the chaos. You're pretty sure the elevators made it.
Perfect.
Alright, it goes to them.
Nice.
The guy who's missing his arm kind of drops down to the ground. It looks like he is trying to pull the pistol out of his holster with his good hand. And that's what he's doing. The guy who's behind the pillar near him, this would be the guy that's wounded, by the way. I'll go ahead and give him one of these to represent his arms gone. This guy here is going to stupidly and just pointlessly continue shooting at Mover. Let's see. Not bad,
Great, man.
actually. No, sorry, not good enough. I said auto fire. I was looking at the wrong chart. Okay. Yeah, you hear gunfire behind you, Mover. A couple of bullets kind of hit into the remnants of the desk and slam into the pillar. A couple of them kind of scratch across your, just for narratively, scratch across your armor. And you kind of look over your shoulder like, what the fuck is this guy? And then this other guy who's underneath the gun, seeing the situation kind of turning dour, going to... Yeah, gonna shoot at Crystal. He is done. Okay, that's gonna work. That's going to be a ×3 multiplier. Real good.
Oh.
Wow.
All right, that's 21 points of damage, Crystal. So
That's
your
pretty brave.
What's your SP?
So, it's currently, I think it's at 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then we'll subtract the 11,
Mhm,
and then that'll be 10 total damage getting through.
And
Um,
minus 1 SP, right?
mhm.
Okay. And then 10 damage.
Yep.
There it is.
And no critical wounds or anything crazy. And I don't think you're seriously injured off of that. Cool.
No, I'm at 35 out of 45.
Mover, you're the one that's up. So, quick note: auto fire point blank is pretty bad. It's not doing you any justice here. You do have some other weapons, but at this point it would be a switch. However, you do have a shotgun on your assault rifle. It's ready to go if you want to utilize it. And if you choose these 3 squares here, you can dump a shot that'll hit them both.
Older arm.
Mm-hmm. Master key.
Basic animations. Range of fire is 1, right?
Well,
Wouldn't that
rate of fire is 1.
Oh,
So the
gotcha.
way the shotgun works is normally it has its own range if you're firing slugs through it, but since yours is loaded with shells, buckshot, it just shoots 3 squares out, but it hits all 3 squares in kind of a grid. I'll show you what I mean with a doodle.
Wow.
If you fire it out from your position, it can hit all 3 of those, or all 9 of those squares. Bam. And so you'd basically be hitting both of them. If you wanted to go with that, or you can continue shooting the assault rifle, your call.
I shall keep shooting. I'm just kidding.
Again, you're new. I'm just trying to make sure you know all your options. That's all.
Then yes, I will
Okay.
attempt to use my shotgun on these 2.
Okay, so go ahead and click on attack for the shotgun, and you need to hit a 13.
And 13 on.
The one time you roll bad.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Wait a minute. No. That math's off. Hold on.
Am I doing it wrong?
No, there's something wrong with your character sheet. Let me check. That's goofy. So it's only showing you the dice roll.
Oh.
Huh. Let me try something here.
I have been doing the dice roll this whole time with no modifiers.
We could have won.
Yeah, that's real strange. Okay, so then 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 plus 6 is what you rolled. That'll hit. So go ahead and roll 3 or damage for the shotgun, which should be 3d6.
Oh, gotcha.
This guy's gone. Yeah, this guy's still gone. There's no modifiers there though. And then this guy kind of gets behind the pillar and it kind of breaks into it a bit, but doesn't break it entirely. All right. On 1, she has her pistol out, points it at the guy underneath the turret, and takes a shot. She looks like she's aiming for the head, by the way. Scoops him. Alright, you watch as the top of his head just kind of blows out, and everything inside of it kind of spills out like the head of a kappa. Only way grosser. And less devout. Anyways, Carbon, you're the one that's up.
We're going for the only guy left
Perfect.
with the turret. 9. That doesn't seem very good.
No, that's real roll too. There's no weirdness. If you look at mover rolls, and you kind of scroll over the number that's been rolled, you can see that it's rolling just a d10 plus no modifiers. If you do the same with Michael's, you can see that it's 1d10 plus his other phase. And yeah, most of the target
rolled
numbers.
a 3.
Most of the target numbers you're wanting to hit are pretty low, but you're doing pretty bad.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Crystal, you the one's up.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot this guy over here.
Okay.
Pew pew.
And I assume that was your target with the autocannon or the ADU, right? Michael.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Crystal.
Oh wait, it's gonna take an action to change to
Anything, yeah.
myself. You know what? Can I run and hit him?
You can move. Yeah.
Okay, I want to move over here, and then I want to bash his brains out with
So he's
the
shooting.
helix.
He's shooting at Mover, and as he's kind of doing so, you hop over the furniture, rush around the pillar, and kind of just
Yeah.
straight at him with the helix.
Yeah.
All right. 2 attacks.
Let's go. 17
Yep. That'll work. And
damage.
yep.
13.
13's your lucky number.
It is actually.
Second attack.
15. Getting
Okay.
a little tired.
You rush in, you kind of smash him with the back end of the weapon and kind of bring the barrel in, this time not as hot. He kind of ducks aside, it kind of scrapes against the pillar, and he kind of like pulls himself into the corner a bit. He looks pretty terrified though. Calvin, seeing that situation and knowing that that's the only guy currently present, couple of options. Do you have an idea of your own?
I was just gonna move over to this like to about like right here and
Come around the back and shoot him?
yeah.
Nice. Alright, go ahead and take the shot.
Pop pop. Rip.
Yep. Swing and a miss. Alright. Yeah, at that distance, it's going to require a 17. So, yeah, just a heads up.
I got too close.
Yeah,
What the heck did I do? Why do I keep doing this?
it's cool. Alright, so it goes to him. He is going to just toss his weapon aside. And he kind of leaps up into the air, Crystal, with his foot kind of coming out. He kind of kicks at you. Go ahead and make an evasion roll.
That's just rude. 18.
Success. Ah, man.
Yeah.
No. On my side, sorry.
Oh, dang it.
All right. And then go ahead and make one more evasion roll.
20.
All right. So he jumps up, kind of kicks you in the chest, and you kind of like feel him kind of push you back a bit. Take after your SP value gets dropped, it'll be 7 damage, and your armor chest will ablate 1, because it has it. And then he comes up, like he kicks off of you, and then jumps up to kind of like bring his leg around, like a triple kick kind of deal. Like the Matrix, because we got to get it in there. It's the lobby.
Yeah.
Swings and misses. You duck underneath it, and yeah, Mover, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna come in close.
Yeah.
Corner this guy.
Yeah.
Get him.
He ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna use my knife.
Well, it's an action to draw your knife, which kind of will kill your turn. If you want to, just hit him with the rifle, or you can just use your cyber limb, which is also a very heavy weapon, so it'll use the same statistics as the knife.
Oh. That's what I wanted to.
So if you want,
Yeah, I'll use my cyber leg then.
okay, go ahead and roll
Kick him. Roundhouse kick.
the same. It'll be an attack roll for. It'll be the exact same attack roll as the knife. So just click on the attack for knife.
All right.
Now we're adding your modifiers, which would be your 8.
Wait, is it really not?
Yeah, it seems to not be taking into account any of your stuff. I think I know why it's doing that too. Which I don't have the time to explain. The point is a 6 plus a 8 plus a 6 is more than enough to beat me on my roll. So go ahead and just click damage for that very heavy. You said you wanted to kick him?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to explain how you do it, or do you want me to give you a gory, detailed explanation as to how you just murdered this man?
I'm gonna kick him right into the pillar.
All right. So yeah, you smash him. You watch as he kind of like deflates and like then kind of breaks into the thing, and just spills outwards. Like he is, you broke every rib in his chest. Okay. At that exact moment, as he kind of like, you see him kind of gasp his last breath and dying, you hear the of the elevator doors opening, and Missy's already on her way walking over to it. And she does one of these. We don't have time. Come on, let's go.
We running.
Pops into the elevator, and you pop into the elevator, and as the doors close, you can hear the music kind of playing in the elevator. Less exciting than the one that was playing before, and the elevator begins to ascend to floor 67, where she punched on the keys. She looks at Carmen and says, "This next part shouldn't be too hard for you, I don't think. We'll see how it goes. Did you manage to keep access to the ADU down there?"
I did.
Perfect. Okay. As you pop up into the next space, you can see that there are two pathways, one to the left and one to the right. She immediately starts moving towards the left, which leads to a hallway with a glass wall on one side and a regular wall on the other. You can see that inside there's a bunch of servers that are kind of running. There is a red light kind of flaring in the room, obviously probably due in part to you being here, and it looks like there's a door up ahead. As you kind of make your way over to the door, you see her kind of fiddling through her she kind of has like a small little clutch inside of her jacket. She pulls it out and kind of fiddles inside of it and pulls out what appears to be like a small little like scepter made out of like gold and kind of very ornately kind of dazzled up with like gemstones and whatever. But the bottom end looks like it has like an access like a connector. She shoves that into the doorknob, like the door thing, and you see it kind of just go dark for a second, and then the door opens up, and she kind of gestures towards the computer station. It's all you. Enjoy. As she makes her way over to the door behind the computer station, and just shoots it with her gun, breaking the glass, and steps inside. And
Okay.
she yells over her shoulder, "You're looking for information on a. You're looking for information, any information on me," and she kind of looks at you. "You know my name, right?
I thought you just said to delete it all.
I want you to pull my information, and I want you to pull." She walks over to you and puts out a piece of paper, all of her information as well. That's being pulled and taken onto your deck. Everything else, burn it and take what you like. And then she walks into the server room, starts kind of looking around. All right. Looks back into the hall. And have you got any big explosives left?
I think I used mine, right?
Yeah, you just have the one grenade launcher shot.
Incendiary arrows.
I think I have.
It's probably not going to work. She says, looking at Calvin kind of sadly.
Did I only have one magazine?
For the tsunami arms?
Yeah.
No, I'd say you'd have 2 or 3.
Okay. I could load up the tsunami again.
Okay. Yeah, that might work. She shrugs. Wait until he's done with his business. Carbon, go ahead and make a interface roll.
Ooh, wait, no, I have the grenade launcher. I got my cowboy.
If you pull out, if you got to reach into your duffel bag, pull out a cowboy, pull back the stock, lock it into place. It's an automatic grenade launcher for reference. You kind of lock it in, and you can see her kind of look at you like, "We gotta fucking party sometime."
Hell yeah.
And then heads back into the server room, kind of looking around. Interface
I'm
at
a
12.
cowboy, baby.
You pop into the system and are like immediately surprised by the fact that the back door was easy to kind of get through, and once you entered into it, there is no levels. It's all just one set structure. But it appears that the reason why that's the case is there's no remote connections. This server system and this terminal are independent of everything. And there's no way to get to this without being on site.
Oh.
So there's just the password. There's no ice, or black ice, there's no programs, there's no daemons, there's nothing. Just files. And looking at it, it looks like there's a lot of information regarding a lot of different people. At this point, for you, Carbon, if there's anybody in the group or anybody that is an NPC that you've seen so far that you want to try and look for, you may. But the people that the information you pull on, the files are easy to move. But what I'm saying is you can see if they have a file in here, any names you want to throw out. But the two are easy enough to find. You won't be able to look through the information at this point and get that, but you can pull the files if you want, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull any files I find of Laura Del Palma.
Okay. She does have a file on the system.
Mm.
Any other
And
people?
yes, I'm also gonna pull files of Missy.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's she asked you to.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna make copies
Okay.
of anything I find for my personal drive.
Okay.
And that's actually gonna be it.
Okay. And then you pull the name that she pulled or asked for.
Yep.
Everyone else is kind of set up like outside. You see her kind of walk over to a specific terminal after a fashion, and then Carbon, once you're done, it's pretty quick work. She's kind of looking in your direction. When you kind of turn and look back over her, she's like, "You done?"
We're Gucci.
She grabs a portion of the server and pulls, yanking out a large kind of black box with a loud kind of audible hissing of like electricity. Once she has it in hand, she walks towards the door and looks at Crystal and says, "Light it up," and starts heading out towards the door. If you spend a good couple of seconds just dropping grenade fire in, you obliterate the server pretty easily.
Hell yeah.
The fire suppressing system comes into play for a second, but literally the amount of grenades you're pumping into it, I'm assuming a full clip of the cowboy, is more than enough to kind of get past that and dispense everything to it. Once you kind of pass her by, she's standing at the door. She kind of nods and looks at you all. So you reach into her pocket, pull out what appears to be a stick of C6, throw it over to the computer, and starts walking out. And then she kind of hits a button on a remote as you guys are making your way back to the elevator. Large detonation.
Nice.
You see her kind of pop into her left eye, and it kind of glows for a second. Nobody's fucking downstairs. There's no response. Let's just go.
What? Okay.
Shrugs. You descend down the elevator with her in tow, and she has the box. She looks at you, Carmen. Your deck.
Yeah, what about it?
Pass it over.
Why?
I gotta pull the data.
Can I just send it to you?
If you do, I'm gonna tell Precious everything I know. Trust is really hard to get from me based on your current history.
Okay.
You see her, and she looks at you. Points down at your deck. You see her kind of... You're pretty familiar with the action. She deletes something. And then she looks at you. "I'll let you keep this. But if it comes back around to fuck her, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. Do you understand?"
Yes, ma'am.
Tosses you your deck back. After pulling the information and putting it onto what appears to be a cyber deck that she has. And she grins. Great. You walk out of the place, pop into the vehicle, and drive off. She then pulls out her agent and starts fucking around with it. Looks over at Mover. I didn't get your name. I didn't get your details either. Do you mind passing them over? Very simple action to pass information. Just a boop with a phone.
So just so you know, he's very shy, and you're supposed to give me his payment. I will pass it on to him.
She looks over at Crystal, who's in the passenger seat. I really like you. She places her hand on Calvin's shoulder as he's driving out of the thing. Kind of gives him one of these like smooth kind of rubs on the
Ooh.
shoulder and says, "I really like you."
Oh shit! I was steering for a bit.
Drive right into the fucking Gulf of the
Oh
bay.
my god.
She looks at Carbon. Just finding it really hard to like you. But I guess that's normal for
It's by design.
netrunners. Yeah. I had a lot of problems with them back in the day. She shrugs.
I have a lot of problems with me too.
I'm sure. I'm not gonna honor that. She looks at Mover. Are you okay passing your details to me? She would have your phone number on her phone. You would have hers on yours.
I feel like she'd get it anyway, even if you said no.
Yeah.
She's asking permission for Mover. She didn't ask for Calvin.
Or if you didn't notice, I was like trying to scam you from the beginning, Mover. So
I was like, did he forget?
Yeah, I'll pass it over.
Okay. She grins. And then she kind of looks over to Crystal. Good work today.
Oh, that's such a good bit.
You see her messing around with her agent, and after a fashion, you get a chime on your phones and would see that your credit chip accounts have been increased by 1,000. Pretty decent payout for about a half an hour's worth of work. She kind of sighs. Should be more than enough. I got one last thing I want to do, if you don't mind driving me somewhere specific.
No problem.
Thanks.
X gave us the little pickup also.
Sure. We'll do that after this. It's pretty close to where we're at. And she basically says, I can't give you the details. It's in the red zone. So if you don't mind.
There.
And she tells you to kind of drive into the red zone. You know, the bad area in the center of town.
Cool with
which
that.
is still not quite great. And has you stop at this, what looks like it's kind of like in the pretty close to the city center. You can kind of see the shell of Arasaka Tower and the other buildings. She kind of pops out, walks over to a fountain, looks at her pistol, pulling it out, and then tosses it into the fountain. Turns back around, goes back into the vehicle. Okay, we can go.
Let's go
Vroom,
then.
vroom.
You head over to the pickup site for Fleet.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like it's a small little kind of techie shop. It's got an old sign that says Radio Shack, but the signs S, H, and A have been removed and have been replaced with cardboard paneling, and in a very horrible, not even close to the same style as the radio and the shack, or I guess the CK. They've replaced the first letters there with FLE, so it looks like it says Radio Fleck, which you presume is how he might spell Fleek. You drive up. There's a nice parking space nearby. If you head inside, it's a junker shop, and there's a guy inside, younger gentleman, kind of baby faced, probably 5'5", maybe 100 pounds, dripping wet. Kind of looks at you and says, "Hey,
Hey.
how's it going?"
Ooh. Looking for someone named Fleet.
That's me. I'm Fleet.
Ah. Been here by Professor X. We're here to pick up
He grins. You know, I never made the connection because I'm usually pissing my pants when I'm in her presence, but that's pretty fucking fun. He reaches under the desk, pulls out a briefcase, sets it out. You gonna check it?
I don't know what I'm looking for.
Well, this is what she ordered. Just want to make
I'll
sure
open
it's
it
up
up.
to spec.
I
Pop
guess.
it open, and inside there's a beautiful fucking sniper rifle that's basically all disassembled, laying out inside of the case. Looks like there's 6 clips set inside the foam, and yeah, it's probably the second best sniper rifle you've seen. The first.
Yeah,
being-
I close it up and I'm like, do you have another one of these?
That took about a week to fabricate. My 3D printer's not up to spec. It's pretty slow. Sorry. I could make you one. It would cost you 1,000 eddies.
1,000 Eddie.
Yeah.
You
Sounds
just
worth
made
it.
1,000 eddies.
Yeah.
But I mean, you already got one. Oh, I guess it's X's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want one from me now.
I can make you one. If you throw in an extra 500, I'll see what I can't do about making it as quickly as I can.
Deal.
All right. He goes into the back after taking the eddies through pay. Comes back outside with the rifle already assembled and sets it
Wait,
up.
I was gonna ask for a custom.
No. Oh. Well,
Can you engrave the word Coomer into it?
he pulls out a Dremel, just flips it over and does it on the other side. He's like, Coomer. Fucking what, dude? Okay. All right.
Long story, man, but
You're
this
paying,
is
man.
pretty legit.
I'd draw a dick on it if you wanted me to. I don't give a shit. But he says, yeah, I already had an extra one made up for another client, but I'm willing to dick around with that guy for a week.
I
if you
appreciate
would
that,
pay
man.
extra. So 1,500, and he slides you the rifle. I'll get you the stats on that before we play on the next session. Anything that you folks, and this session is a little atypical. I did kind of push it through. I was trying to get like a nice smorgasbord of combat for Aaron to see, kind of get an idea of how that goes. So there are a couple of different things in there, but yeah. That said, does anybody want to do anything in the final up before, or finish up before you kind of make your way back to home?
Stop for tacos.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Sounds good. Taco Tuesday.
I also probably need some more
Yeah.
Ammunition.
grenades and ammo. Yeah.
Okay. Swing by Anika's. Buy at cost. She's got them.
Sweet.
Not too much, but a bit.
Yeah.
Nothing exotic either. She's just basic.
Yeah. Just loading back up.
Because Anika is a basic bitch.
So I got
Yeah.
tacos for everyone. It's on me.
Delicious cardboard tacos.
How much?
What?
Charging us for the tacos?
I would assume for flavor's sake you would try.
No, I'm asking how much it would cost me.
Oh, negligible. I would say probably if you're buying tacos for everyone, 25 eddies
25.
for the nice big box.
Is
It's
it
all
already
good.
too late to steal from the mission we were just on?
They kind of rush you through it. Was there anything that you wanted to like? Because she kind of walked you away from all of the dying people. They didn't really have anything good gun-wise. They're pretty shit compared to. They were wielding
That guy's arm.
heavy SMGs, and most of the cybernetics they had on were pretty standard private security fare. The stuff
Gotcha.
you've got on you is military grade shit.
So not even worth it.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, basically the job was the job. I mean, 1,000 eddies is not bad though.
It's all about the eddies.
As you can see, it's. I mean, money is an exact translation, so it's. The euro dollar has a bit more value than our current American dollar, even in 2045. So, yeah.
Not surprised.
I mean, it's euro. They're super cool, right? But yeah, I would assume Mover would be dropped off at whatever location he wants to be, unless you want to join us next week. More than willing to take on an additional player. I'm okay with that. If everyone else is cool with it, we'll talk about it more on the side.
Yeah, we gotta get them hooked.
We'll just we'll keep the idea of
Reel 'em
where
in.
we'll keep the idea of where Mover is currently. If you don't show up next session, they dropped you off, or dropped him off rather. And if you do show up next week and want to play Mover again, then they'll just have taken you with them. But yeah, looks like we're pretty close to the 9 o'clock end time, and you guys did pretty good. Bowling through, right? Like just charging right in. So perfect. Not many Cyberpunk players would have taken the bait on that one. Thanks for watching, and we're going to go ahead and kill the stream.